unsuccessfully tried out for varsity cheer and made a rude post about it on Snapchat, so the cheerleading squad suspended her. There have been other student free speech cases concerning frivolous speech which were unsuccessful, but in Mahanoy versus BL, the Supreme Court affirmed the student's right to say almost whatever she wanted without fearing punishment, provided she said these things outside of school. Many people would probably express more admiration for Mary Beth Tinker's principled anti-war protests than for Brandon Levy's airing of grievances. Not me, though. But the courts have consistently affirmed that it doesn't matter whether the speech is profound or frivolous or righteous or outrageous. It's all protected, no matter what other people think about it, and no matter the age of the one speaking, more or less. When I was a high school student learning about this, it just made me feel so confident in the value of what I had to say. This is not to say my school's administration would have put up with the nonsense I wanted to spout. I have a lot of respect for my high school teachers and the administration, but it was not always an environment where the authorities cared about our voices. I remember some teachers avoiding students' difficult questions and discouraging us from discussing serious topics like politics and religion. Potentially as a consequence, it seemed like there was an endemic skittishness surrounding the disagreement. Although I recognize that there was probably no way the school would let me get away with causing a disturbance like Mary Beth Tinker and Brandon Levy, it brought me great satisfaction and a sense of pride to know that the highest court in the country disagreed with that. I felt like